What's good, everybody? Jack and Lockie here from the Hard Rundown podcast. You're watching episode 11 of The Return with the season previews again today. We just recorded Portland and Miami. So now we're doing Dallas Mavericks and the Atlanta Hawks. Two very exciting teams heading into the season. One team has a lot to prove, in my opinion. There's a lot of work to be done in one particular organization. Lockie, do you want to start us off with
foreshadowing
with Dallas?
Dallas. Start with Dallas. Okay.
That's Dallas.
I don't know. They haven't exactly improved that much in the offseason. Like adding Reggie Bullock, Sterling Brown. Off the top of my mind, I can't think who else they added, but they haven't, I guess.
Moses Brown.
That was the one I was. Yeah. I have them at 46. I think that's pretty safe for the West for them. I say that also because they don't have that. They haven't got that second star, and obviously Porzingis is there, but we see in the playoffs it's either him not working with Luka. That dynamic maybe isn't there, but also he's not really stepping up to the plate. What's his name? Campazzo averaged more rebounds than him in a season. Are you fucking kidding me? But
Campazzo.
Yeah.
Campazzo's such a bomb.
I love him, but he's such a grub.
Did you watch him in the bronze medal game? God,
yeah, I know.
Big grub series.
Grub. Yeah, but
sorry to interrupt.
Second star, Hardaway Jr. I don't know if he's probably reached his ceiling in terms of playing next to Luka, but that's fine. He's still like an 18-point player. If he can get to like that, just 20 points, like that'd be sick. It would give him a bit more Luka, a bit less pressure on him.
Luka magic.
Impact player, I've got Dwight Powell or Maxi Kleber. I like both of those guys because like they're both like undersized and they're weird choices for your big man spots. But they just work in the Dallas system. And Dwight Powell's been there for a couple of years and he's definitely proved himself. He got injured last year, I believe, or just before the playoffs.
Yeah,
he missed a bit of time. He was definitely sorely missed by them. As just like an all-round, really solid, like kind of small ball center. But he does his job really well. Team MVP, Luka.
Luka Doncic.
And rising star, I like probably Moses Brown, based off how he played in OKC. Kind of like, why did they give him up? Why did they let him? Why would you, if you're rebuilding, why would you not have a guy like that?
Because they probably love picks more than their own players.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. They've got.
I think they had to package something with Al Horford though. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I'm not sure.
Al Horford,
2 points.
Yes.
Also, like Josh Green, I'd like to see him. If he can get some minutes, be like a bit of a rising star.
For sure, brother.
A good all round guard. I'm not that excited to watch the Mavs because I look at Luka and Trae, and I look at them like they're obviously exciting players, but they do the same thing a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pick and roll. Luka kind of gets his man behind him, and like kind of does a weird thing where he like sticks his butt out. It's kind of sus, but it's all right. But what's up? He does a lot of the same thing, which is fine if it works. Same as Trae, he does a lot of his floaters and pick and roll, throw the lob, pull up threes. And I still don't see Mavs aren't, I guess, at that contending spot. If they had a Jalen Brown type star, just someone like a Jalen Brown type player, I reckon they'd compete for the 1 to 3 in the West. they're just lacking that second star who's an actual second
Star?
Yeah, an actual star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Porzingis, but
I kind of agree with that. I feel like wow, Jaylen Brown would actually be like the perfect fit.
Yeah. Hey,
Definitely
on them. Yeah.
Like I was saying for this new series we're doing, having two superstars on the same timeline at the same time is like incredibly rare, like insanely rare. Like kind of like Curry and Clay on the same timeline and Draymond. Like that was just like, how do you get them on the same timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is that you done?
Oh, I'm just saying, yeah, they've improved with like role players and like their versatility. But yeah, they're lacking that second star to be like a dominant scorer. But Mavs are still like a really all round, like they've got a lot of versatile players in their lineup. They're not like, they've got Trae Burke as well to come to the bench and be like a scorer as well. Like they've got a lot of really all round players. It's just they all have kind of hit their ceiling in a way, or they all have their spot already hit. So I think their next move, Dallas should be going for another star.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got a lot of pieces that you can package together and get something good.
Yeah, 100%.
Easily. Pascal Siakam.
Ooh.
Damian Lillard. Ben Simmons, I wouldn't say, because you can't have two guys on that team that are getting criticized. As in, like Ben Simmons and Kristaps.
You'd probably go Porzingis for Ben, which would be a loss for both teams.
Oh, that would be terrible. All right, so 42 wins last year. Not too bad out of 70 games, especially with all the camaraderie that was going on. Doncic, MVP type season. Porzingis, terrible season. I think he's like, everyone says this, 7'3" shooting guard. He settles too much for a guy that's 7'3", doesn't use his body, doesn't post up much. When he does, he doesn't use his body to back his opponent down. He just settles for a fadeaway or passes out, comes back out to the 3-point line, shoots a deep three. It's not how you should be playing, especially when they brought you in as that second star and you're just sitting on the 3-point line shooting. And you weren't even shooting it well. Tim Hardaway Jr., in my opinion, is the perfect fit next to Luka. Just a guy that can score the rock. He's a volume shooter. I think that's all I got to say. He's cash money. 50-plus wins.
50-plus?
Yeah.
Why from last year, though? Like, I know
it's very ambitious. But I'm an ambitious dude, man. Very ambitious. I just think they can pull it together. I think one player in particular will pull it together. Most improved, Kristaps Porzingis. Rising star, Kristaps Porzingis. Impact player, Kristaps Porzingis. Sneaky star. No, I'm kidding. Most improved, Kristaps Porzingis. I think it's his time to show. This is a fuck you season.
Yeah.
This is a fuck you season. I think having Jason Kidd there, who is a player development coach, is going to be good for Kristaps and Luka's kind of tandem together. You saw Jason Kidd actually went over to Lithuania or wherever he's from, Latvia or something, and stayed with his family and got to meet everyone. I think that boosts your confidence because it's like your coach now believes in you. Rick Carlisle was a very hard coach, and I think he's going to be really good for Indiana. But yeah, I think Jason Kidd is a great fit in terms of coaching. He's got experience, unlike Chauncey Billups with Portland. He's got experience. He's coached some good teams. He was assistant coach on the championship-winning Lakers, obviously. There is plenty of opportunity for Kristaps. All the stars point in the right direction for his resurgence as a 20. He could easily next season average like 22 and 10 or something like. But again, I'm kind of not going to be surprised if he doesn't perform. Rising star, I've gone Jalen Brunson. He's really good.
Yeah, I like
and he fit. I think he might start this year. I don't know why. I think it'll be like a Jalen Brunson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic, Kristaps, and Dwight Powell. Good player, good playmaker. Can shoot the ball. He's really good, really crafty around the rim. Pause. And I just think he'll be really good. Team MVP, I've gone Luka Doncic. He's a really good player.
He's on the cover of 2K21.
Yeah, he's a future cover athlete.
He's alright, I guess.
Yeah, he's not too bad. He's not too bad for the team. Yeah, he's alright. Impact player, I've gone Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm just waiting for you to spit your coffee out. I don't know why.
I still got
Impact
more.
player, yeah. Tim Hardaway Jr. like 18-point a game scorer. He impacts the offense. He's not too bad defensively, but when you need a bucket, give the ball to him. He's much more reliable than Kristaps Porzingis, in my opinion. Sneaky star, gone Moses Brown. He'll probably be the backup center off the bench. 20 games last year. 7'2" big man. Crazy. Good post game, good footwork, great rebounder. I think they'll pull it together this year. And I have high hopes. But again, I won't be surprised if it all turns to shit. So
yeah, they're one of those kind of unpredictable. We know they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a bit unpredictable as where they'll see, like, can they make that top 4? Can they make a run for that top 4 spot? Because I think the Nuggets will regress this season. So I think there's a chance for a team outside of that top 4 to come in. Maybe the Mavs could be that team. But yeah, it's a what if. I'm not sure about that. But they like I said before, they've got a really solid like a bunch of good role players around one of the best players in the league. Yeah.
100%. Let's go Atlanta. Atlanta is very exciting. Do you want me to do this one? You can finish on Dallas.
Yeah, I'll finish. I will.
Pause.
It was. Yeah, you go.
Surprising season for me last year. I didn't think they were going to make a deep playoff run. I thought they were going to be like a 7 seed, 8 seed, and get knocked out in the first round. Great year from Trae Young. And the front court of Capella and Collins actually worked really well. The concept of having 2 inside bigs, but one of them can kind of stretch the floor at the same time was very beneficial. I think it just worked. DeAndre Hunter flourished up until his injury, but I think they just need one extra star to like really make themselves a contender. Bradley Beal is like the number one person that comes to mind. If Washington were like wanting to do like a full rebuild, like I think Atlanta would be the perfect spot. We get Bradley Beal for like Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter,
Kevin Huerter,
a few young pieces, some draft picks, and like Atlanta have a contender. Like,
yeah, 100%.
They could, yeah. I think they've got a really good team though, and I think they'll make a deep playoff run again. I reckon they'll be like one of those 7-game series in the second round, maybe. Regardless of who they play. I got 45 plus wins. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good range. They can probably be that same seeding again, like a 5-6 seed. Could push for a 4 spot too. Rising star, I've got Jalen Johnson. This is a bit of a random one. A forward with high upside, defensive ability, can shoot the ball, great slasher. Definitely has all the tools. He can definitely learn off players like DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, Bogdanovic, who have really like kind of. I know DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish are kind of like 30 guys now, but they're still experienced. They've still played the NBA game. They've made a deep playoff run. Cam Reddish in that, I can't remember what series it was. He just went off.
Sixers?
Yeah, I think it was Sixers series.
No, Bucks as well. He had a really
yeah. He just went off. That was crazy. That caught me by surprise, but it's good to know that he's my most improved and that we know what he can do. He's the real deal. I think he's got all the tools to be great. He's super athletic. He's a great scorer. He's a fantastic defender. He reminds me of PG.
Yeah, he's always got those comparisons there.
Definitely. And I think he'll probably come off the bench. I think that's where he's suited for now. Trae Young, MVP. I think the way he runs the pick and roll is just unlike any others. He's so smart. He knows how to perfectly time the lobs, knows when to finish. knows when to pull back for a jump shot. Knows his floater game is unmatched. I just think he's a complete play. He's a complete player. Just needs to improve defensively, and I think he's also very undersized. But again, he just makes it work. I don't know how he finishes all those floaters being 6'2" or 6'1". Impact player John Collins, pretty self-explanatory. He's like the Robin to Trae's Batman. He's really good. Can shoot the ball now. He's like unbelievably athletic. Can protect the rim. He's a good defender. He can play on ball as well. There's a lot of things that he can do. I think he's like my impact player. I think he can really affect winning. He was great in that Sixers series, good in that Bucks series. I just think he's really good. Sneaky star. Not so sneaky because he was really good last year, like I mentioned before, DeAndre Hunter. Yeah. Like I wouldn't call it sneaky. I tried to find a few that were like sneaky, but I feel like DeAndre Hunter is the type of player you don't talk about much. He's just a 3-and-D guy that just shoots really well, plays really good defense. So I think he's my sneaky star. He was really good last year, really good for my fantasy team. He had a few strings of 30-point games. So yeah, I have high hopes for him. I think he'll be a sneaky star and definitely going to improve for sure. Wow, I don't think I'm doing a fantasy team this year either.
Why not?
I don't know.
Just not? Fair enough.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hawks, I got them +7. I say 48 wins. I think they can follow up from their really good playoff performance last year as the fifth seed to make the conference finals, beat out the first seed, and nearly beat the Bucks is like ridiculous. And I don't look at them as just they'll make this playoff run. I actually do think they'll take that next step. It's going to be again, like the Mavs, I'm not sure how they're going to go in terms of wins. I think they're more of like based off what I've seen in this past playoff, I think they're more of a playoff team than they are a regular season team. Like they'll underperform during the regular season and then they'll overperform in the playoffs. But yeah, 48 definitely could get them like 50, 55 wins around there. Even like, yeah, they can definitely have that big jump based off last year. Sneaky star, I've got Cam Reddish. He probably will have to come off the bench now that I think about it. But that's still fine. He'll still get plenty of minutes and do his thing. He's got some good bench pieces around him, like Lou Will, Bogdanovic. He can definitely be that. Sneaky star. Impact player, I've got Bogdanovic. I really like him off the bench. Can shoot the lights out. A good scorer. Gives plenty of energy. I was going to
he can ruin a few multis as well.
Oh really? Is he down to do that?
He's that player.
We'll take him off then. I was thinking of John Collins as well, but I was also thinking of Solomon Hill. I really like Solomon Hill over the years. He's not anything crazy, but just his impact defensively. He's a 3-and-D guy. I think he's a glue guy on a contending team. So yeah, that's that. And then team MVP, Trae Young.
Wow, he's good.
I want to say something about Trae Young. I really love. He's representing for all the short boys out there who aren't athletic and can only do a couple of things really well. If you know what I mean. No, I
know. No,
I should rephrase that, but like he's not. Yeah,
he's not your typical point guard, and he's not your typical NBA player.
Yeah, and I just love what he's doing. He's abusing the floater, like he's killing it with that.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. His efficiency is a question, but he's a volume shooter. Like he needs to get his shots up anyway.
Yeah.
I worry over his career about defense. Yeah, he's not horrible. He's not completely hopeless, but he's not that great defensively. But I feel like if they can kind of hide him a bit on defense, the way Warriors do a bit with Curry, kind of put him on the less dominant forward or guard. Yeah, so if they can try to hide him on defense, that'd be good. Rising star. I do have Jalen Johnson as well, pending minutes. I don't know if Sharif Cooper will get minutes either, but
yeah, he's good. I like him.
He showed some promise.
But yeah, I don't know. Like it's kind of I don't know. It's too hard.
And like I also put like Cam Reddish as well for a rising star because he still is a bit in that rising.
He's only like 23 or 22 or something.
Yeah, he's young.
Our age.
Yeah, that's depressing. Yeah.
Are you laughing about you saying plenty of growth?
Plenty of
such a child.
No.
Growth.
Plenty of growth from Reddish and Hunter. That can definitely push him in those like 7+ wins.
Yeah.
I don't know if John Collins has hit his peak with Trae. I don't think he's hit his peak as a player, but he might have hit his peak with Trae or somewhere close to it. It's fine. But I wonder whether he can be that guy you kind of abuse in terms of you switch him in a pick and roll, get him on a guard, and it's like it's much better than him because he's undersized, much better than him going against a 4 who has like plenty of size and who he can't really back down. I'd like to see them do that a bit more. They have a really solid bench, a lot of versatile pieces, and like a lot of lineup options, which I really because like you got Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter who can switch out, and even DeAndre Hunter could play the 4. You can go small ball type thing. They've got a really very varied team. Very varied. I don't like them because they beat the Sixers, but Hawks have really proven themselves. And I'm interested to see can they continue what they did in the playoffs. But 48 wins.
It's going to be a very interesting season for both teams. I'm very excited. I'll probably be watching more Atlanta than Dallas, but knowing House of Highlights, they like to ride Luka like crazy. So I'll probably see every single game on Instagram. That's my final thoughts. I don't really have much else to say. I think we've kind of covered it. They're two very good teams, two very young teams that have played really well the past few years. Their stars have really changed the landscape of their future and their current situation. That's final thoughts from me. Luke Carr is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's a man. Yeah,
he's a man.
That is episode 11.
Yes, sir.
Episode 11. We're really out here. We've got the Knicks and
we've got Clippers, Knicks. Then we've got Bucks and Nuggets, Suns and Nets, and Philly and Utah. And that is that done. I'll be doing the 2K22 franchise in between that as well. And then after that, we'll be doing some like award predictions and kind of stuff like that, playoff predictions where we think teams will land, which is kind of what we've done here, but we wanted to do proper playoff seeding.
Yeah.
So this has been episode 11. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I'm very tired this morning, so I probably yawned about 15 times during these 2 podcasts. That's what happens when you start recording at 7:30.
You're not
but
baby.
The boys got to do what they got to do. So that's it from me. I think Lockie's out too.
I'm good, man. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.